Have you ever seen such a crazy swarm of bees? When danger approached, the duck quickly grabbed a flower pot as a shield. He even reinforced it with a wooden plug for extra protection. Meanwhile, Toby pulled the spines off a cactus. He attached them to his tail. Then he charged forward again. And all this chaos started because the greedy duck had sneaked a bite of honey. At first, the little bees didn't want to bother him. They just wanted to get back to storing their honey. But the duck had other ideas. He wanted more honey and was determined to find the hive. Following this plan, the duck started searching everywhere, but Toby noticed his trail. He quickly tossed the pollen bucket aside, pretending nothing had happened, and slipped away. But the duck wasn't about to give up. He grabbed an ink bottle. Toby walked right into the trap without realizing it, leaving a trail of footprints on the ground. The duck followed the footprints with a magnifying glass. The trail drew a circle on the ground, then vanished. He assumed the little bee had returned the way it came. The bee had secretly stilted away. Donald Duck, however, stayed calm. He made fake flower petals out of tape. He attached a tracking line to them and swapped out the real petals. As soon as Toby arrived, the plan started to work. But when he followed it all the way to a big tree, the bee had already spotted him. The bee quickly snapped a branch, setting up another trap. Unaware, Donald Duck thought he had found the hive. The next second, he tumbled hard to the ground. The triumphant little bee prepared to collect more honey, but it didn't expect Donald Duck to casually press a button. He immediately found the real honey stash. Excited, Donald rushed to grab several jars. In no time, he emptied all the honey. The little bee, completely unaware, was ready to store its freshly gathered honey, but the jars were empty. Looking up, it realized the duck had stolen it. The tiny bee immediately armed its stinger and lunged at Donald, but the duck used the wooden plug to block the attack. Facing Donald's teasing, the bee risked its life, attaching the stinger to its tail. It vowed to teach the honey thief a painful lesson, but when it swooped down, Donald simply ducked and easily avoided it. In the second round, the bee had learned to use its tail stinger skillfully. Donald was stunned. Frightened, he raised a white flag in surrender. He returned all the honey to the bees. The little bee decided to let him go, but the duck had secretly kept a little bonus honey for himself. The bee saw this and, with a precise spear-like strike, sent Donald Duck fleeing in panic.